Hey guys, it's just Himmy again. I hope you're doing well. I realized as of late I've been less and less active online. Hell, I've been less active than I used to be for about 2 years. I wanted to make a video with some explanations as to why there's been so much radio silence on my end lately. It's not all bad, but there's a few things I'd like to get through with everyone. I guess without further ado, let's get into the nitty gritty so the video doesn't take too long. Many people who consume my content within the last year are probably familiar with my partner Lynn. They're a streamer too, and a very talented artist who deserves much more credit than they receive. Recently, after some heavy conversations privately, we have ended our relationship. I will not be getting into the details as to why we have ended things. The people who need to know already do. This has, for obvious reasons, played a huge part in my activity online as of late. Lynn was such a big part of my content that it scared me to stream again too much without them. Not to mention my mood taking a drastic toll and my mental being down the gutter. With all of that being said though, I do want to point out that Lynn did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. We just grew apart and wanted different things out of the relationship. I do not condone any hatred, misinformation, or otherwise toxic behavior sent their way. Lynn is an amazing human who deserves respect and recognition. I would also like to point out that Lynn and I share mutual friends and members of our community. To any friends, I'm not upset or offended in any way if you want to continue being friends with both of us, or if you want to end our friendship so you can be friends with only Lynn. I completely understand that. The same principle applies to community members. If you enjoy both of our content, then by all means, keep enjoying both our content. That is absolutely fine with me. If you want to leave my community to stay in Lynn's, that's fine too. I do not mind and just want the best for everyone involved, directly or indirectly. The last year I've spent with Lynn has been some of the best moments I could have ever asked for. Lynn, if you're watching this, thank you for everything. Next up, my father was in hospital for a little bit due to having seizures. They went back and forth for days running various different tests and couldn't for the life of them work out what was causing the seizures. At this point, they still haven't figured anything out, but they did discharge him a little bit ago. He's back home now, but cannot do his job since it requires use of heavy machinery, which he cannot do right now as a seizure risk. Father Himmy and him mum went to his place of work to discuss a temporary work solution while he recovers. But since nothing happened to him at work, there isn't anything they can or will do. His job will remain for his return in half a year, but for now my family's money situation is scattered at best. This means I'm focusing a lot more on work as of late so my family can continue to live in our house while our main breadwinner is decommissioned. He is okay. Father Himi is fine. He is alive. We just do not know the cause of the seizures. One of my old exes from a few years back contacted me a couple weeks ago, telling me something that occurred during our relationship. I will not be disclosing this information, nor who that individual is. I will just say it is something really messed up that messed with my head and has been difficult to wrap my head around. Adding on to these issues, at work I've been trying to handle the level of responsibility expected of my recent promotion. Everything at work is extremely scattered around lately, and I feel very overwhelmed often. Since I am now a team leader at work, the hardest part for me is not letting the stress get to me and not letting myself get overwhelmed, which would in turn lead me to taking it out on my team members. It gets hard sometimes, but I'm making some progress. It's a lot at once, but I'm trying my best. Along with some other things I simply cannot outline in a video on the internet. I'm trying to be as transparent as possible with everything while trying to maintain the level of privacy required in each circumstance. I apologize if these explanations are unsatisfactory. I apologize for the bad stuff being first. However, I was always taught to start with the bad stuff and end with the good stuff. So with that being said, let's head on to the good stuff now. As mentioned before, I got promoted at work. It's a big step up in my life as a whole. I can't imagine getting into this sort of position in any of my prior occupations. Honestly, the promotion couldn't have come at a more cramped point in my life with everything that's been going on lately. But I do take pride in the promotion. I am happy that I received recognition at my place of work. The training is very interesting at times, but I am learning how to do my new duties at a decent pace. Also, guys, guess what? I have some serious plans for content in the near future. Again. Listen, I know I say this every year, but it's true that I have big plans for this year. I'm talking hopefully some original songs and covers, of course. I've been collecting songs over the past few years I would like to do covers of, and have a pretty decent collection of songs with different moods, genres, and styles. Recently, I did a karaoke-like cover of a Bruno Mars song that I sent to a few people in private late last year. I just want those people to know I will be putting more effort into these planned covers. Please have faith in me. As for the original songs, I've been trying to cook so hard. I have a bunch of songs written that I would like to come to light eventually. I plan for 1 or maybe 2 songs this year with potential of more if things go well. It really just depends how the year goes. This is the part where normal people would put a snippet or a teaser for one of the songs. I mean, as you guys know, I am not normal, so please just take my word for it. The final thing I wish to discuss in this video today is how impactful being a streamer has been on my life. Even though I'm not a massive streamer, I make barely any money from content creation and feel like I should be doing more, a lot more. I often look back on my past self anywhere from a year to 5 years ago, and I relish in how much I've grown. I started streaming as Himmy on the 16th of October 2022. In the time between then and now, my confidence levels have skyrocketed. When I left high school to pursue work, I felt lost. I was job hopping like crazy for the first few years, I was losing friends, and I didn't know what to do. When I started streaming, that was the first time in a very long time I felt like I was welcomed for being me. I felt like I didn't have to protect myself from judgment. I felt safe. I still remember to this day the nerves I felt when I first started streaming, then the immediate calmness washing over me as I realized those nervous feelings were just subsiding. It felt natural to me. I remember not caring how many viewers I had or how many chatters I had, and just being happy whenever someone would stop and tune in. That feeling never really left. I've never once felt forced to show up. I've always been respected in this community, and I really, really do appreciate that. I couldn't ask for any community better than you guys to go on this journey with me. You've helped me come out of my shell, helped me feel more comfortable in my sexuality. I'm extremely different in the real world than I was a few years ago. I'm confident in my actions, which is insane to think about. The kid who could never stand up for himself is the same man I am today. I know that doesn't mean anything to you guys, but thank you for helping me develop into this human that I am now. Whether you be a brand new member of my community, you've been here since day one, or you found me along the way, thank you. Whether you found me via a specific game category, one of my friends, one of my many Twitter posts, or just sheer boredom scrolling Twitch, thank you. My life would be extremely different if I hadn't started hanging out with you guys. I hate throwing the L word around, especially right now, but I genuinely love and cherish all of you guys so very much. I owe everything to you. That's why I'm about to do what I'm about to do. Here's the long-awaited face reveal.